Well, we are about a $50 cab ride away from Midtown Manhattan at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford. Today, it's week 4, and we've got what should be a great one here, as it'll be the Jacksonville Jaguars taking on the New York Jets. A couple of 2-1 teams set to square off, and we're underway here in NFL Week 4. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
Here we go.
They'll run. This is Bashal Tootin. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. That's a pickup of 11 and a first down on their first offensive play. Plays like that will really help this offense settle in here on the road.
And when you go on the road, you also have to deal with the fans as well. And when you have those types of runs, that'll settle them back into their seats.
Right back to him on first down. And he finds a little bit of room, enough for 4 yards. It'll be second down. This defense for the Jets, they were excellent a week ago in the win over Pittsburgh.
Yeah, what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
Rip, 23. Hey, son, this one's hot. Take right open. Go.
Here's Lawrence to throw. He'll get this out to Tootin. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A 14-yard first down pickup for the Jaguars.
That's good for our Jaguars. First down.
Hey, go.
A gain of 14. First down, Jacksonville.
Going quickly here to Thomas. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. With these run-pass options, we often talk about a good quarterback and running back. Well, having a talented wide receiver helps also.
Yeah, even coming in third in the discussion, sometimes that means he really should be first, because all you want to do is get the ball in their hands and let them make the big plays downfield.
Looking to throw, Lawrence. Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. Third down. You talk about this Jets defense. Against the pass, they've had some issues. Ranked number 23 in the NFL right now.
When they lack in pass defense, they do make up for in run defense. They're a top 10 unit against some people trying to move the ball on the ground. But this is a passing league. So there's a conundrum for them. How do they get better defending the pass?
Hey, run! Hey, Ginger,
again, it's Lawrence. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And he just falls short down at the 1-yard line. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal.
Red on red.
Tootin is in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. He finishes off the drive with a touchdown run, Charles. Remember, he also had a catch on this drive as well.
And that's what running backs want to be in today's NFL, a complete back. 3 down, stay on the field, run it, and catch it. And he gets it done.
And they'll accept that penalty.
Logan Cook to kick off for the Jaguars.
After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And he'll wisely just take a knee here. This ball will come out to the 30-yard line.
The Jets take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
Looking to put a drive together. Rodgers going to throw. Now he's going to step up and run. And that one going to come up short. Low throw.
Well, anytime he reads man coverage, I don't think it's going to be the only time he'll try and hit that route to the outside in this game. He'll test the perimeter, but that time they were up to the challenge.
Straight ahead is Hall. And he'll be brought down just shy of 45. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
And after that type of a run, there's some talking going on down on the field, but it's not trash talking. The guy who just carried the ball, he's going back and telling his offensive line, great job, keep it up, and we'll break that one soon.
Here now, 3rd and a yard. To throw is Rodgers. And this is going to be intercepted. There's that man, Travis Hunter. And the Jaguars are going to get the football here at their own 23. So a first interception thrown for him there, and that really not the best decision either.
Not at all, and that's something he did not do in their victory last week. No interceptions in that game, but this defense, they're able to take advantage of an early mistake. Now let's see if they're going to turn it into points.
Across midfield. He's on his way. Touchdown, Jaguars. Bashir Tootin with his 6th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Jags are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Now for the point after. And we'll see if this rain affects the team's decisions going forward, but they kick it here, and it's good.
14, Jets, nothing. Cook.
After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
The Jets take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown, so decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words, early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan, or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game?
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. And the Jags get to him as down he goes. Brought to the ground by the linebacker, Foye and Luricon.
Well, partners, the first quarter, too early to start talking about needing a comeback. They're down 2 touchdowns already, and that sack, that disrupts this drive. They need something to go right on offense, and they need it to happen soon.
That's caught by his tight end, Evan Ingram. And he'll be stopped at the 27-yard line, well short of the first down marker. They get 12 yards back, but it still leads to a 4th and long. They'll go for it. It's Rodgers. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. A surprising move to go for it predictably, at least somewhat predictably. It doesn't pay off, and the Jags take over in terrific field position.
On red. Son, this is hot. 11, again. Here we go.
Out of the gun, it's Lawrence. Targeting Thomas on the out route, making the catch. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. Call that a very strong gain of 24.
It's all pretty simple sometimes, isn't it? Go where the defenders are not, and he does exactly that. Makes a nice catch to move the chains. Defense, got to find a better way of accounting for the shorter routes that are being run against them.
2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. On the throw, let him too much that time. It's incomplete.
I like the play call. Roll him out. Give him a chance to run it or throw it. In this situation, he decided to fling it, but couldn't find his man open.
This Jet defense so far standing tall. They need another stop now. 3rd and goal. Lawrence on the sneak. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Trevor Lawrence. Touchdown number 15 on the year. And the Jaguars take a 3-touchdown lead. A good hold in these wet conditions. The point after is up and good. And it's now 21-0. So how about this for a start? 21-0 here in the first as they kick this one away. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession. But I think this has to be the possession where they'll come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. If they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done. Here's Rodgers. He'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he'll lose yardage and be down at the 7-yard line. So they'll wind up losing 5 yards on the play. And that'll bring up a 3rd down and very long.
Let's go.
Now it's Rodgers. Oh, his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. And the return will stop right around the 25. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training. So he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Stopped in his tracks by Ahmad Gardner.
Not a huge carry there on 1st down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on 2nd down.
He throws and he hits the slant route to Thomas. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Brian Thomas from 21 yards away. And the Jaguars are able to add on to that lead. Extra point splits the uprights. And that makes the score 28-0. So this not what we expected. 28-0 here in the first as another kickoff is away. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
The Jets take over 1st and 10. at their own 30-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. Not only are they in search of their first score, they're in search of their first down in this ball game as they come up 1st and 10.
Now he edges forward, but only gets a pair of yards out of it, and it's 2nd down.
You look at this Jaguar defense. They come in a top 10 unit against the pass, currently 8th in the NFL.
You have to like the way that they've played in the first month. They have to be very proud being a top 10 unit against the pass. Their goal, though, in this one, see if they can improve that rate.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down.
Multiple defenders getting to him there for a huge loss.
And that is the 3rd sack this offensive line has allowed this first quarter.
Yeah, that puts him on pace. Let me do the rudimentary math here. To be sacked 12 times in a game. I know he's not going to go for that. I wonder if it's going to reshape what they decide to do on offense in terms of play calling.
Well, I can tell you what, when he popped up, shaking his head, frustrated right now behind center.
He's got his target. That's complete.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A real letdown defensively. That was 3rd and a bundle, but they allow the conversion. So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
19 Tiger, 19 Tiger.
Throwing is Rodgers. This one complete to his fullback out of the backfield. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. 25 yards there on the catch and run.
Well, this has certainly been a nice drive with the way they've spread the football around. Here, they even get the fullback involved in the passing game. That's got to cause a lot of consternation on the defensive side. You've got to cover him, too. That makes things really difficult.
An entertaining start to this one. More to come on EA Sports. Second quarter now from MetLife Stadium. The Jets with the football here as they've got it with a 1st and 10.
Let's go now.
Now Rodgers. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. And the Jags will take over here at their own 12-yard line. Boy, so another interception, CD. It feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
And they'll come up 2nd and 7.
11. Hey, go. Alert. Hey, Soko, high.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8.
He's having a big game running the football, but that one will hurt the yards per carry a little bit.
Yeah, but the average he's got so far, that's the type of average he wants to take with him to contract negotiations, doesn't he?
30 left. Hey, go. Here we go.
Lawrence will throw. He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield.
The Jags picking up the 1st down there, a gain of 12.
Let's just call it what it is. This has been a flat-out struggle for this defense all game long. They've really had a hard time slowing them down. And while I'm not big on speeches and guys jumping up and down, they might need their team leader on defense to get in their face right now and light a fire under these guys. They got to start playing better assignment football.
It's caught inside the 25. Touchdown, Jaguars.
Brian Thomas
with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half.
And the Jaguars continue to pull away here in this first half.
Extra point right down the middle. And the rout is on here in this first half.
after the touchdown. Cook now to kick this one away. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. And he nearly broke that for more, but as it is, still a good return. They'll start the drive right around the 37. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. It hasn't gone particularly well for them. That's obvious. In these conditions, no points so far. They've got to get that offense on track. The question, how do they do it?
It is the age-old question, isn't it? And to me, finding a way to make sure your playmakers touch the ball without it being too exotic. Meaning you don't have to go deep down the field. Maybe hit them on those short passes on the perimeter. Make sure you just turn around and hand it to your best runner and get out of the way. Don't cause any extra stress on your offense.
On first down, Nash. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down.
So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They're giving him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks. He seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
This defense has certainly played well so far in this game, and the coverage has been tight on just about every throw. Forced a few here so far in this game, and now it brings up 4th down.
The offense staying out. They're going to go on 4th and 2.
Hawk 70, Hawk, Panther 11, Panther 11. 60 Bobcat, 60 Bobcat. Hut, hut.
They'll go for it. It's Hall. And he will have a first down at about the 21-yard line. They only got a couple, but a couple's all that they needed as they convert on 4th. Remember, that was 4th and a full 2 yards. There's a big difference between that and 4th and maybe 6 inches or a yard.
Yeah, you're exactly right, because when it's that 6 inches, you just fall forward and you pick it up, right? You just go quarterback sneak. But having to move bodies, that means you actually have to execute because they know what you're going to do. How are you going to make the right play call and get everyone into the right spot and win at the line of scrimmage? That's what they did there.
On play action, now Rodgers. And he's going to go down. They sack him back right around the 30.
Josh Hines-Allen able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Sacks a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Here's Rodgers to throw. A short throw to Ingram. That was play number 7 on this drive, and it got him 7 yards. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31.
Brought down by Trayvon Walker on the pass rush. Well, Charles, this has been something to watch so far. This is where you really feel for a quarterback. He's been running for his life in this first half.
Brandon, that's 5 sacks already, so you know he's got to be saying, can we get some more guys in here to block, please? Because if we don't, we're going to need another quarterback.
Rodgers to throw for it on 4th. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone.
Well, the decision there, 4th and goal, they go for it, but this ball intercepted in the end zone.
Hey, how about some applause for the stand by this defense? Just to force them into a 4th and goal situation was one thing, but then to get the interception, keep them off the scoreboard, that's a job very well done.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive.
And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right.
The stop for no gain brings up 2nd and 10 from the 20.
Center. Jack. Sink right open. Sink right.
Now Lawrence to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Brewer. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And now it's 3rd and 4. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. From the gun on 3rd down, Lawrence. He'll air it out deep for Thomas. It's caught inside the 25. Touchdown, Jaguars. Brian Thomas on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Jaguars have taken a 6-touchdown lead. To try here for the extra point. And the route is on here in this first half. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Second and 6.
Here we go. Shot. 6 to Eagle. 6 to Eagle. Keep coming. Double up.
To throw, it's Rodgers. Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack. Trayvon Walker. That is now 2 sacks for him here in this first half. I don't know what else can be said about this pass rush. They have been sensational. CD, that is now 6 sacks for them.
And how many times do we talk to offensive coordinators and they say a sack is a result of everyone on offense?
Under pressure, and they got to him again. Trayvon Walker drops him again for the 2nd straight play, and it brings up 4th down. Offensively, they're going to have to figure this out before next week. 7 sacks in one game.
Yeah, that's more than any quarterback should have to bear. And if this continues on, there will be another quarterback in the game because no one can stand up to this week after week.
And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. Taken in at the 22. A pretty good punt there, but also a nice return of 12 yards. And the Jaguars go on offense, 1st down and 10. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And with a huge lead already, they may be thinking, hey, our job's complete for these first 2 quarters. Let's get this to the locker room. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now.
hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
2nd down and 6 now.
Go, go. Hey, tomato, tomato. Done.
Now the former Syracuse man, LeQuint Allen. Now he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
The Jets take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. We'll see, Charles, if they had a chance to hit the reset button at halftime. They have not scored. They're facing this big deficit. And if they're going to come back, it's going to have to start right now.
Yeah, and for them, it's not dwelling in the negative because, yes, they were totally ineffective in the first half. But we've seen many games that have flipped around in the second half. It all starts with this drive right here. They get something good going, put some points on the board, they begin to have hope.
And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
19.
Rodgers now to throw. Oh, this will be incomplete. The rush gets home just as he was letting that go. That could have been worse. Instead, it's 4th down.
Well, this is just a continuation of what we saw in the first half. So much for the fresh start to begin the third quarter. Still off-target throws, no rhythm throwing the football, and obviously no touchdown scored in this game.
Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. Good blocking there, nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And the Jags will have great field position to start this drive as they take over on the short side of the field.
Hey, live.
On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he's got some space here. Now he's loose again. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. Bashal Tootin with his 3rd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Jaguars have got it on cruise control. Now the extra point try forthcoming. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter.
Jaguars 49, Jets nothing. Cook to kick off for the Jaguars.
After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape up past the 30.
At their own 31-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Well, the disparity in this game, it just seems to grow with each possession here, Charles. They are really struggling. They have not put up a single point, and on the other side, the points keep piling up and up and up.
So you know the frustration level has to be rising, right? So they've got to find a way to quell that because otherwise
the Jaguars force the turnover.
Ripped it.